Justice to me is defined by the person who experienced that crime. And giving them the opportunity to define what justice means to them is one of the most rewarding opportunities in my work. I was born and raised in Honduras. At the age of 14, I was working at a restaurant. It was time for me to go home. These two men who I have seen before came out of nowhere. The last thing I can remember of that moment is feeling like a wet tissue over my mouth and nose, and I was gone. I was just thrown in the van, and for several weeks, days, I really don't remember when or how that even ended up in the US. I was taken to a house for 6 long months. People came into the room to rape a child who had no means of protection. In 2004, police knocked down the door. I found refuge in education, going into college and understanding everything that would happen to me. I told myself there would be a waste if I didn't share my message with people impacted by trafficking. I am now a licensed behavioral psychologist. I work for the King County Department of Community and Human Services, and I oversee the mental illness and drug dependency unit. That makes me happy to have a full-time job, but also do those passion-driven things that I really love. One of the most exciting opportunities was being appointed by President Barack Obama to the U.S. Advisory Council on Human Trafficking. I also serve at the United Nations Human Rights Council as the Special Rapporteur on contemporary forms of sexual and labor exploitation of children, especially boys. I also have had the unique opportunity to co-write SB 1320 that removed criminalizing terms of trafficking. I don't know if I would consider myself courageous, but every time that I have been hurt, I felt broken. But there were so many more times that I felt at peace. I would have changed a few things about what has happened, but at the same time, I wouldn't change much. I am who I am. I'm married to the person that I love. I have a son. I have everything.